Welcome to Open House, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. And our program today is, again, one of my favorite topics because it's about health and well-being. And one of the things, the thing that we're going to be talking about now, I'm sure many of you have heard of, but not too many people know what it's all about. So now we're going to be talking about the truth about glutathione. And we have with us two experts on glutathione. One gentleman whose company produces it, and the other one sells it in the Philippines, but they're both experts on this. And we have on the far left, Mr. Louis Joseph. Welcome, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Louis Joseph is a partner of United Global, a transnational company based in the United States who manufactures the product we'll be discussing later. And to my left is Mr. Ronald Espino, sales and marketing consultant of Luminous. What is Luminous? We'll talk about that in a while. Welcome, Ronald.
Hello.
So Ronald and Louis, can I call you Ronald?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
yeah, absolutely.
Good. Okay, first of all, what is glutathione?
Well, basically glutathione is a natural occurring substance already in our body.
Okay.
What we are just doing right now is trying to resupplement it back to the body, especially when we're aging.
Okay. When you
So-
say aging, what, I mean, 20, 30, 40?
Well, we start aging right now at the earliest age is 30.
Okay.
So that is where you feel your body is changing a lot. you
Okay.
see. So if you don't keep up your health well, you don't live healthy, you don't eat healthy, you start to feel age deterioration earliest at 30.
Okay. Right.
So that is what we are trying to bring back, because glutathione right now is regarded as the most natural source of youth right now.
It was even dubbed the fountain
The
of youth.
fountain of youth. yeah.
Okay. Now, has this been around for a long time, or is this something new? Because I've been hearing about it maybe 20 years now, or in the Philippines.
Yes.
No, ngayon, is it new health product, or has it been around for a long time?
It has been here for us for a long time. More so around 15 years already.
Okay.
But mainstream market has been here for 10 years.
Okay. Now, Mr. Louis Joseph, you're with United Global. You manufacture the product that we'll be describing later on, which, of course, is glutathione. Now, glutathione, of course, is the generic term. What is it? Is it an enzyme? Is it, what do you call it?
It is a master antioxidant
Okay.
that our body actually produces that. To get to a certain age, it deteriorates.
Okay.
So that's why we do get older. That's why we sometimes we get ill because our body does not have the amount of glutathione that we have. It helps our immune system. Not only it helps the immune system, it gives us the energy level that we need and everything else. It actually helps our red blood cells and our T cells too. So it's something that covers a wide range of things that we need as humans to be able to live a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, so I've heard about it as what we know about it is an anti-aging, what do you call it, substance, anti-aging medication. It's not medication.
No.
It's a supplement.
It
It's
is
a supplement.
Ah, okay. So this is a supplement. Now, anti-aging, meaning if somebody like, for instance, in their 30s, 40s, or 50s would take it, so you retard the aging process, like you get less wrinkles on your skin, you get more vigor, vitality. Is this the effect when you say anti-aging?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Primarily because what glutathione does is that it repairs and regenerates your cells.
Okay.
So basically all parts of our body, whether it's solid or it's a flesh, it still has cells. So every part of your body benefits from it because it rejuvenates, it repairs the cells. That's why you feel younger, you feel more vibrant. I guess the earliest signs of aging is that you lack sleep. Sometimes more often is that you only sleep 5, 6 hours. You have difficulty sleeping, difficulty resting. When you take in glutathione, that is the most fastest thing that you notice. You sleep very well.
Ah, okay. I thought, so it's a myth that as you age, you need less sleep.
No,
That's a myth.
that's a myth. No,
Okay,
it's not real.
because they say, now I sleep 5 hours, I wake up at the break of dawn.
Yeah.
So you still need
The 8 hours, yeah.
You
And
do
as a-
need 8 hours.
As a matter of fact, they were saying that surprisingly, one of the causes of heart disease is not getting enough sleep.
Yes.
Yes.
Huh? So it was one of the world-renowned cardiologists who said that because he himself suffered from it. He was okay. He took everything, supplements, he had exercise, but then he found out he had less. He couldn't sleep as well because he was in his late 50s or 60s. So. So you still need at least, what, 8 hours
8
of sleep?
hours of
Yeah.
continuous sleep.
Exactly.
Continuous.
Continuous of sleep.
Okay.
Now, everything that we do, the eating, the breathing, the air that we have going on, that we breathe in, for example, generates and accumulates all these radicals in our body. Now, those free radicals, what glutathione does is that it eliminates it. So when you start taking the glutathione, it helps to detoxify your entire body, the whole system. So if you constantly clean out those detox in your body, obviously that helps you to sleep a lot more better. And it helps
Okay.
you to go back to your youthful vigor.
Okay. Now, what other health benefits does it have? Of course, when your body is clean, when you're detoxified, you're talking about overall health.
Yeah.
But what is the most noticeable? Like, it was a good thing you said, Ronald. If some of you guys there are, in your 30s or 40s and you start sleeping less, that's not supposed to happen.
It's not supposed to.
So one of the main and quickest effects of taking glutathione is you have a longer, more restful sleep.
Yes.
What other benefits would you have? More energy.
Yeah. Of course, majority of them are telling that if you have heart problems, it helps. Especially if you're taking in medications.
Okay.
Together with glutathione, it helps. But the most dramatic effect of glutathione, once you have already rejuvenated, you have taken in the amounts of glutathione in your body is sufficient, is the skin whitening.
Okay.
So, in effect, what is good already inside comes out of your skin.
Right.
So, once you already feel good in terms of your vitality, endurance, your inner self, then it comes out of your skin.
It sort of glows.
It glows out of you. Yeah.
Okay, but then the thing is, if you still want to be a few shades darker, you can still go out in the sun and get a tan, and no problem with
no
that.
problem with
Absolutely.
Okay, because, all right, that's good. Okay, now, how long is the process of, like for instance, when you, I heard that, we were talking earlier, and I think one unique thing about the glutathione of this, of Luminous, the Luminous brand, manufactured by United Global, is that it is a patch.
Yes.
You call it a skin patch?
Yes, a
body
skin patch.
skin patch. Whereas other forms of delivery of glutathione used to be injectable, so you have to use a syringe or you have to pop capsules or tablets.
Yes.
So this one is no longer internal per se, so it's an external thing. Very much, I guess, like the nicotine patch for...
Yes, before. Correct.
Okay, now, how about its efficacy? Because is it the same? Because the thing is, I am under the impression, I could be wrong, that if you take it internally, it works instantly, or if you take it intravenously, then it's in your system immediately. How about when it comes to the patch? Is it, the efficacy? Is it faster, slower, a lot faster, a lot slower? The same?
Okay.
Well, the idea of creating the product was to make it more efficient. The pills, when you take the pills, you had so many things against that, that fights against the efficiency of that. Our stomach acids,
The
really
time
doesn't.
that you're taking
The
it.
time you're taking it, and I can't. There's another one I can't remember that actually hinders the efficiency of that particular pills or the milligrams that you're actually trying to get into your system.
Okay.
But with the injection, as you mentioned, it's good because it works because you are going directly into your bloodstream.
Okay.
We will talk about the differences when it comes to how that works and the dangers when it comes to that. But when we came up with this, we were trying to come up with something that gives you not only efficient, not only being efficient, but something that actually makes it easier when it comes to the effectiveness and the convenience of it. So the patch technology is not something, it is big in the US. It's called the transdermal technology. Having both glutathione and vitamin C on our patch, you need the vitamin C to actually help the glutathione to work effectively. So what we did is you can have the transdermal technology. What it does, it helps your body, it helps you to be able to go through layers of the skin, bypassing your entire digestive system and your kidneys directly into your bloodstream without having to go into a clinic or anything of that sort. The efficiency, there's no invasiveness whereby you need anybody sticking any kind of needles on you. You can do it while you go to sleep. It is what a lot of our customers, users rather, like about it is all those things that I've actually mentioned.
Okay. And what made you develop the patch? Were there complaints about consumer complaints about taking pills, about injecting? Were there? Of course, you mentioned the negative things that could happen when you take it orally. So, what made you think patch is the way to go?
Well, I personally love glutathione for anti-aging purposes and the health benefits that you get from it. And one of the things that was mentioned by Mr. Espino here was that, in addition to what he mentioned, however, is another health benefit is liver, kidney benefit, the intestines. It does so much for us as humans that it made me take it, and that's why I did take it. But I noticed that every time I do take it, especially the injection, I never really liked anybody poking me
Okay.
with anything. And when I talk to a lot of people, that was the same, reason why a lot of people really don't want to do that. So I understand that they didn't like it, and I didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it.
Okay.
So we had to come up with something that was more efficient, not
Right.
just more efficient, but something that is very convenient.
Okay. Now, as far as the anti-aging goes, what is there a maximum age? Of course, I mean this as much as possible. We're talking about this is a product for adults,
Yes.
right? If you're young, if you're in your teens, you better consult your family doctor,
Absolutely.
or at least tell your parents about it, and you can
Yes.
discuss why you want to take it.
Yes.
Right now, is there a maximum age limit? Like somebody in his 80s, let's say, still want to use it? I mean, is it fine? Is it okay?
It's still good.
It's still good.
Still
So
good, not a
there's no
problem.
age limit on the extreme
No,
end.
no.
As,
Okay.
as a matter of fact, cancer patients, glutathione has been used for cancer patients to help repair the cells. So it is something, it really doesn't matter what's your age, what age that person is, anybody can use it on that age
Okay,
bracket.
so as long as you're 21 years old and over, 21
Absolutely.
only because of practical reasons, like you don't really want anti-aging when you're 21. You're probably at the peak of health, right?
Yeah, correct.
But when you go past that, especially nearing 30, all of us start to feel slower. That's why the top athletes are usually
but
under
80
30,
yes, correct.
in their 20s. Tennis, they're in their teens. 25-year-old tennis player is old.
Exactly, that is true.
Okay, so anyway, we'll be talking more about glutathione. This time, glutathione is not only good for anti-aging. There are many people out there who will be happy to know and more about the beauty aspect of glutathione. I'm Gerry Cornejo with Mr. Luis Joseph and Mr. Ronald Espino. We'll be talking more about the truth about glutathione when we return. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. And by the way, let me mention this. This program airs nationwide and in 7 Asian countries, including Mongolia, via cable and satellite. On Global Destiny, we're on Channel 8, GNN, Global News Network, Channel 8 of Global Destiny Cable TV. On GSAT, we're on Channel 1. And on Sky, we are in 213. And this program again airs 6:10 p.m. Thursdays and 9 a.m. Fridays. And again, this program we're dealing with a health product. We're talking about health and well-being. And it is all about glutathione. And we have with us, again, if you just tuned in, we have with us Mr. Luis Joseph, who is a partner of United Global, who manufactures the product, glutathione. Luminous, we'll talk about it later on. And Mr. Ronald Espino, sales and marketing consultant of Luminous. Luminous, by the way, is the name of the product that has glutathione in it. And again, could you please tell us again what makes your product different from the existing ones in the market? In terms of delivery, again, they might not have heard about it, but let me mention it quickly. Most, if not all of the products now, glutathione you either inject or comes in pill form. You pop it.
Yeah.
But this one, skin patch. So invisible, painless. As a matter of fact, we'll show you their flyer that says, no ouch. So anyway, what is different about it again?
Well, one, as you mentioned, it's a transdermal patch. No?
Okay.
Transdermal technology in the US has been big right now, especially for pain relief, especially for elderly patients who has problems with digestion, no? Especially if they have liver and kidney problems. No? The patch or the transdermal system right now is a big hit in the US to deliver those medicines through the skin, bypassing the digestive system.
So, are all vitamins, can you do that with all vitamins? Can you have a multivitamin skin patch? Or
Well, it depends on the type of vitamin. Because
not all vitamins.
Not all.
Now, yours contains glutathione
Yes.
and vitamin C.
Yes.
Why those two?
Vitamin C complements glutathione in terms of absorption.
Okay.
So together, it absorbs very well in the body. No? That's why a lot of glutathione right now, supplement, oral, or injection, they always combine it with vitamin C, or technically sodium ascorbate.
Okay. Now, how about the dosages? Like the tablets, the injections, and your patch. Do they all have the same dosages? And how do you measure it?
Yes. A lot of the dosage right now with the oral, with the injection, and with our patch has the same. It's 250 milligrams of glutathione plus 250 milligrams of vitamin C or sodium ascorbate.
Okay.
So generally, all have the same dosages. There are just some instances that other products would like to tell people ours is better because it has a higher dose.
Okay. And is that good or useless?
Well, technically, I would like to go back to vitamin C for that
Okay.
matter. No? Vitamin C has a regulated dose of 250 milligrams every 6 to 8 hours.
Okay.
Everything in excess of that you throw out.
Okay.
So
So it's better to take it twice a day.
Yes, rather than just take one large
a mega dose.
Yeah,
Ah,
and then your
okay.
body just throws it out. So what's the use?
So it's the same thing with glutathione.
Same thing.
So after what, a 6 or 8 hour period,
Yeah.
it's washed away.
Just wash away.
Okay. Does it just evaporate or through urine or
through the
sweat?
liver, through the blood,
okay.
through the urine,
Okay.
kidney. So you excrete it out. So anything that you don't use at the time,
Yes.
you just throw it out.
Okay, now this is very important. I mean, this could be something, especially if you're already taking it or you know someone taking it or someone in the family is thinking of taking glutathione and considering the injectables? Because we were talking about it. Can you tell them again about the protocol? You know, the dangers of all the delivery systems. I think the one that presents the most danger, if not properly administered, would be the intravenous. Am I right?
Yes, correct.
Can you please
Because
explain why?
basically the IV is not actually an injectable. It is an IV infusion.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be glutathione IV infusion, not injectable. When we say injectable, there's a syringe, there's a needle, you inject it.
Okay.
Okay. An infusion, you have an IV set,
Okay.
you have a butterfly, and you put it inside your vein or inside your artery.
Okay.
And then you have to infuse it for 6 to 8 hours.
So you are, in a way, I mean, sort of immobilized for 6 to 8
6
hours.
to 8 hours.
Or you could just be sitting down doing
Yes,
nothing for
watching
6 to 8
TV,
hours. And who would be doing this? I mean, are there doctors, clinics, spas who would be doing
It
this?
should be administered by a doctor, one.
Okay.
And they should have a license for it.
All right.
So
So there,
administer IV
right.
glutathione.
Okay, so there you go. I mean, I just wanted to mention to you, you know, of all the delivery systems, the one that poses the greatest health risk would be the injectable. So watch out for that.
If
you know.
it's not
Right.
administered
Yeah.
properly.
Exactly,
Yes.
because I don't know if anyone, very few people would be lying down for 6 to 8 hours, you know, and getting an intravenous injection, right? Or infusion.
Yeah.
Infusion. Okay, now, aside from the health benefits, this is not just for you, Mr. Juan de la Cruz. This is for Miss and Mrs. Juan de la Cruz because, okay, here we go. For women, two things that concern them most, or most of them, would be addressed. One, of course, is anti-aging. I mean, I'm under the impression that especially women don't want to age as fast. Okay, I mean, that's why they wear makeup and all of these things, right? Now, another one is, as Mr. Espino was mentioning earlier, once you're clean inside, once you've detoxified, then, you know, you start glowing. I mean, you get, you know, you become radiant, you know, literally and figuratively. Now, this is the whitening effect of
Yes.
glutathione, which is what a lot of Filipinos were exposed to, especially in the past, some 15, 20 years ago. We'd be hearing of showbiz personalities, people in, you know, movies, TV, and performers who would want to be several shades whiter, and so they take glutathione, and so they do get whiter. But can you explain this aspect of the whitening effect of glutathione?
Well, yes, because generally, all of us naman, when we start out as kids, all of us have glutathione because as I've told a while ago, it is a naturally occurring substance inside the body. It just lessens in terms of quantity because we grow, no? We age, and of course, as we age, the main organ that produces it, of course, decreases in terms of quantity because of
What is the main organ that
it's
produces
the
it?
pancreas.
Ah, okay, okay.
The pancreas generally produces a lot of hormones.
Right.
It is where you get your insulin. The beta cells of your pancreas is the one producing the insulin. That is where you get your growth hormones.
Okay.
Your testosterone,
Right.
estrogen, progesterone, acetylcholine hormones. That is where
Okay,
majority
the
of the
pancreas.
hormones are
Right.
do get. But that's the problem. As we age, as we abuse it, or for diabetics or for people who eat a lot, your insulin goes down. Beta cells gets damaged. You eventually becomes diabetic. You inject insulin,
Okay.
right? So it's also the same with glutathione. So as you get older, you also decrease in number. It also decreases in terms of quantity that it produces. No? So that is what we try to put back in the body. No? We try to supplement the glutathione back. No? What it does is it rejuvenates the cells, and practically all the main organs in the body has cells. Your skin, your blood. So it becomes the toxins gets out. No?
Okay.
And then you become rejuvenated.
Okay, Mr. Louis Joseph, this thing we talk about, how long does the process take? to
get
feel the effects, whether it's for aging or for skin whitening. How soon after you use this product, the Luminous skin patch or
Transdermal.
transdermal patch?
technology. Yeah.
Okay, so how long after you start using it would you actually see and feel the effects?
It starts right away because when you start using it, you know, the detoxification starts instantaneously when you start using it.
So day one.
Day one.
Okay.
So when you go through that detox, that's depending on what your objectives are, anti-aging purposes, or if you want to get lighter or whatever your goal is, we have directions as to how you should use it.
For instance,
Yeah.
Anti-aging.
You use it twice a week.
Okay. Use
for
the patch
anti-aging.
twice a week.
Twice a week.
During your sleep,
During
ideally.
your sleep, ideally, you
What,
make
but can
sure.
you do it during work time or best?
No, we
while
don't
sleeping?
recommend
Okay.
you using it during that work.
You could.
Yes.
You could. But we just don't recommend it because if you perspire,
Okay, yes, yes.
then the adhesive would have
Right.
would be damaged.
Okay, so twice a week for anti-aging purposes. And for how long? Twice a week for how long?
For as long as you
For
want.
as long as you want to. You can
Okay.
tell when your body start changing. You see the effect on it of it.
Right.
Then you know how, if you want to decrease or if you want to increase it, whatever. But what we recommend is use it twice a week for anti-aging purposes, and you should start seeing an effect on it within 60 to 90 days.
Okay.
Or even less than that, depending on you. See, everybody is different.
Okay.
Now, you have some people that abuse their body, the smokers, people that drinks a lot.
Okay.
It takes a longer time to have that whole
Detox
radicals,
process.
detox,
Okay.
to have that
Right.
out of your system. So it is different when it comes to in an individual, depending on their lifestyle. But if you have none of those and you're not using any of those, smoking or drinking, anything of that sort, you should start seeing effect on it
But
in
even,
about
but
literally
they
less than a month.
Little less than a month. But
Yeah.
I can imagine, even if you do have those so-called vices, smoking and drinking, it would still help detox.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
would
absolutely.
still help,
Yeah, it still
right.
does. As a matter of fact, it makes a lot of sense because when you detox, when you accumulate these toxins, it makes sense to remove some of them. So
Right.
so even if you are the kind of person that actually smokes or
Right.
drinks alcohol, you should. It's actually imperative, I think, for those individuals to use glutathione.
And by the way, this is anecdotal, but the thing is, if you do use this product, this patch, the glutathione in your body, and you're a smoker, you might even lose your taste for smoking. I mean, the desire for smoking could be diminished or could go down. So if you're into a stop smoking regimen, it just might assist you. Am I right?
By my experience, yes.
There you go. Actually, I was talking about we had the discussion before we began. So, yun, if you want to stop smoking and you're saying, what's the use of taking glutathione? I'm a smoker and I'm this and that. So, hey, it will help you smoke less. It will curb your desire to smoke, right? So, it's going to help you out either way. Now, if you're going for the skin whitening, what would the frequency be?
We recommend that you take it once a day for 1 week.
Okay.
Then after that first week, you start using it every other day
Every other
Okay.
day.
for 90 days.
90 days.
But you will see an effect of it because you have to go through that process
Right.
of you got a detoxification of it. Then after your body detox, then you get the rosy feel and the glowy effect on
Okay.
it. Then you start having the shades of whitening.
Okay. So, twice a week for anti-aging. And this is for the initial dose or the initial practice.
Absolutely.
And then if you want to go for skin whitening, then you go every day. If you want both, then go every day. Never twice a day.
If you want both, regardless of,
Right.
we're talking about the whitening and the anti-aging aspect of it. Regardless of, if you did just the whitening regimen, you get the anti-aging. It comes with it, obviously. So it's not like you need to do it separately. No, you don't.
Okay. Maybe I'd like to recommend this to one of our presidential candidates. Just kidding. Anyway, you're watching Open House with Gerry Cornejo, and we have with us Mr. Louis Joseph and Mr. Ronald Espino. We'll be back. We're going to be talking about the truth about glutathione when we return. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. Well, the topic we're discussing now is the truth about glutathione. It's been in the news, and it should be in the news because we have to know the truth about what it really does and the best ways of using it. Because there's a way, there's a wrong way of using it, and it's almost like drug abuse.
Yes.
There's a wrong way of using it. And the product we're talking about is Luminous. Okay, now before I show you these, the flyer and the product, let me ask you again about the dosage. Okay, and without mentioning the exact peso figure, how does your product compare with the existing glutathione in the market?
Well,
At the same period, the same dose,
yeah.
the same effect?
Well, for a month's use compared to the injection or the IV,
Yes.
it's 75%, maximum 75% cheaper.
75% cheaper.
Yes.
How about when it comes to the capsules or
To the
oral?
capsules, in long-term use.
Yes.
Because just to be clear,
Ah,
for the capsules, it would take you 6 months before
Okay.
you see a noticeable result.
okay.
Ours is in a week.
Why so? If it's the same amount of milligrams and it's the same glutathione, why would it take 6 months for?
Well, there's a discipline to take in the capsules, right?
Yeah.
So, one, it should be taken like the recommendation right now with the other companies is that you take it 4 to 6 times a day per
Okay.
capsule. Okay, so if you don't do the regimen, it takes longer. Okay, now it depends on the gastric mucosa of the person. If it's
Okay.
highly acidic, then it takes
Less effect.
longer, less effect.
Okay.
Second is the type of person using it. So if he doesn't follow the 6, so divide 6 tablets, 24 hours, it should be like every 4 hours. So if you take in 2 tablets every 4 hours, so you don't need it.
Okay, so how does it compare with the tablets?
Long term, it would be cheaper by at least 50%.
Okay, so we're talking about, well, of course, you'd like to think and you'd like to say that you have a superior product that costs less.
Yes.
So you get more bang for your bucks.
Yes.
Okay, now these products are now available in, the 2 biggest drugstore chains. I don't have to mention them. There are 2 big drugstore chains in the Philippines that go from coast to coast.
Yes.
Okay, so what the heck? It's Mercury and Watson's. Okay, I mean, we're not endorsing them, but you don't have a choice. You go to them; they're the biggest drugstore firms in the country, distributors. Now, again, to be able to sell your products in those outlets, you have to have BFAD, Bureau of Food and Drug Industry approval.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not all, by the way, not all products in the market. Sometimes you could get something in the internet that would just be mailed or delivered to you.
All right.
Be very careful
Correct.
about that. Okay, please get it from a reputable pharmaceutical outlet. That the danger of you getting a fake product or a dangerous product will be diminished. Now, let me just show this to you. This is the box that it comes from. It's called Luminous Glutathione Anti-Aging and Whitening System. Can you please close up on this? Okay, there you go, Luminous. All right, and then I'm reading here behind. It says whiter, smarter, simpler, pain-free. Experience whitening until now, only available with painful and dangerous injections. Okay, so introduces a breakthrough that will produce the same results, even better results, with scientific experimentations. And of course, the nice thing about it is, can you focus on this? Of course you can. There you go. Do you see this? Do you see this? Yeah? So ang dating nito, parang salon pass. You know, those, that was when we first got introduced to patches
Yes.
when we were much younger. Well, up to now, it's still existing. You know, there are patches for aches and pains, so you put them
Absolutely.
on. So that was the first experience we had. But now, you know, you get vitamins and you get glutathione, you get nicotine patches. So in other words, it's used for a variety of products.
Yeah.
Now, very important too is do you need a doctor's prescription to be able to get this product, sir?
No, you do not. It is a
Anywhere in the
supplement.
world?
Anywhere in the world, you don't need a doctor's prescription on that. It is a food supplement. As you had mentioned, you had to. We make sure that this is something that the FDA here in the Philippines went through, and they gave us the okay to be able to sell this product. Again, it's sold in the U.S. As a product that is manufactured and sold in the U.S. before here in the Philippines, and we're going into so many other Asian countries.
Okay, and then if you open this, this is what you'll see. You know, just make sure you get the real thing. You know, so this is what you'll see. Can you please? This is what you'll see, and it comes in something like
The
this.
sachet.
The sachet, you open it, and this is what the patch looks like. So if it comes in any other shape or form, it's not the real thing.
Yeah.
It's not luminous, okay? So now, question is this now. Is there some kind of a guarantee that this will work? Or do people just have to take it on faith alone that if you use this, not only your product, but glutathione in general as a generic thing, will work on aging, anti-aging, as well as skin whitening? Who has proven this? Who has studied this?
Well, the best way, because everybody have, like we had mentioned, everybody have lifestyles. You know, people have different way of taking care of themselves when it comes to skin, lifestyle, and everything else. So the best way to actually be able to tell if it's working is you can go have yourself checked first before you start trying it out.
Okay.
So you can have yourself checked, then before you start getting to the regimen of you going through the supplement of vitamin C and glutathione to see what the effect is. Then after that, after a few months, you can go back and check it and see if it's working. I'm talking about in general,
Right.
if you're taking anything.
Right.
So we know for a fact that it works. It is a technology that is used in the U.S. for diabetics, you know, to administer insulin. They use it for all kinds of different, you know, to administer so many different kinds of medicine, however, including Alzheimer's and things of that nature.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Right.
So it is a proven technology and is less invasive without actually you damaging yourself in the process of taking care of yourself. What do I mean with that? If you take a pill, there's a lot of pills out there that is not properly, the capsule itself, the kidneys have to filter the plastic itself. So you essentially damaging your body in the process of taking care of your body, in a way.
Okay.
This eliminates any sorts of anything whatsoever because you're bypassing the kidneys directly
Right.
into your bloodstream. So effectiveness, it is 100% effective. The guarantees is, again, just do it right, take care of your body, eat right, like we tell everybody, smoking, drinking, try to eliminate those. And even if you do, you need this more than the people that's not actually doing that. So
Okay.
you will get the benefit of what you are getting in.
And of course, as both of you mentioned, I mean, you will feel the effects on day one, or you can be sure that on day one things are, you know, improving,
Already starting up.
starting up. But then when it comes to, I guess one of the most noticeable visually would be the skin whitening,
Yes.
because within a week, these gentlemen say that within a week you can actually see your skin
Glowing.
glowing, you
Getting
know.
fairer.
Right. And then if you are, another very obvious thing that will happen is you get a more restful sleep,
Yes.
okay, which is very important. You know, lack of sleep causes so many diseases.
It does.
From the top of your head to the tips of your toes.
Yeah.
It can do your bones, your muscles, your heart, your vital organs, everything.
Absolutely.
So, that is one thing that you have to keep in mind. And then again, age limit, okay? I mean, of course, any of these supplements, if you're underaged, if you are not an adult, seek the advice of your doctor,
Correct.
okay? And then, lastly, when we talk about these things, are there any harmful side effects?
Just the whitening, but it's not harmful.
Just the whitening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the whitening is a side effect of glutathione. It's not
Okay.
when it was envisioned before,
Right.
it was not supposed to be for whitening.
Okay.
It was really for antioxidant,
Okay.
anti-aging. But they noticed that as long for the time that you're using it longer, you
Yes.
get whiter skin.
Ah,
So it's
okay.
actually that side effect.
It's like Viagra.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly.
They found, I think it was a heart.
It was supposed to help the blood pressure medication
Right.
to vasodilate the
Right.
arteries and veins inside the heart.
Right.
The superior vena cava and the inferior vena
Yeah.
cava. It's supposed to help in that matter.
Right.
But because I was in the pharmaceutical industry.
Ah, okay.
But when they were testing it out, they found like 10 out of 10 who used it
Yeah.
had an erection.
Yeah.
So
How about this? I mean, of course, when your body is cleaner and you're detoxed, I mean, chances are your whole
Well, it
body will work better.
it will help. It will help.
Is there empirical data that says it will, or
None
it
yet,
obviously?
not yet.
But obviously, no, because I mean, you're talking about your entire body.
Yeah,
You're talking about the circulatory system,
Yeah.
muscular,
Yes.
and everything. So,
Exactly. It's
Right.
I remember the scientist he gave this explanation of it. It says like your car, when you don't do a tune-up, what
right,
happens?
Right.
Like, things doesn't work right,
Right.
anymore. And if you insist on not doing the tune-up, it gets worse.
And of course, I
So-
think with the glutathione, I mean, if I may add to that analogy, it's good lubrication.
It does.
I
And
mean,
cleans
it's-
it out.
Right. I mean, because there are many parts to a car, many components.
Yeah.
But the key there, you get good lubrication, and chances are the car will live. Will have a longer lifespan, and more
Longer
efficient.
and efficient and better.
Okay, there you go. So you have 30 seconds, Mr. Louis Joseph, the people of the Philippines, right there. So, what do you have to tell them?
Well, glutathione is something that everybody is aware of. What they are confused about is how to use it, or the efficiency of it, and how effective it is, rather, and the delivery system. What we have created is something that would reach you and be more efficient. And if you want to get the exact amount of milligrams that you paid for without losing any part of it, you should look into the Luminous product. It is a product that actually gives you that effectiveness and the convenience from your home. So give it a try, and I hope you let us know what you think about the product. We do have the number and the customer service that you can call and let us know what you think about the product. We're very, very happy to have created such a product.
Okay, before we turn it over to Mr. Espino for the last word, let me say this. The numbers are, this is a landline, 4030752. Okay, that's 4030752. Office hours, Monday to Friday. When can they call this?
From 9 to 5.
Monday to Friday.
Yes.
Okay, and of course, on
The
Skype,
Yes, we have
it's
a Skype.
Luminous GSH. On Instagram, Luminous Patch. On Twitter, it's at Luminous_patch. On Facebook, which everyone I'm sure out there is on Facebook, Luminous Glutathione Patch. Remember the name, Luminous. And of course, email brightdynamics@yahoo.com. brightdynamics@yahoo.com. So we just have around 15 seconds, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
just this, buy Luminous. It's available at Mercury Drug and Watson's. It won't be available if it's not effective. Try it out and you'll be happy with the results, no? As some of our initial buyers have done.
Okay, so with that, thank you very much, Mr. You have something?
Sure, I wanted to add to
okay.
it the website that you can find out everything you need to know about Luminous. It's luminouswhitening.com.
Okay, luminouswhitening.com.
.com.
Okay, so with that, thank you very much, Mr. Louis Joseph. Thank you very much, Mr. Ronald Espino. Next time you see me here, I'm going to look younger and I'm going to be a shade whiter in 1 week.
1 week.
So with that, maraming salamat po. Thank you very much for staying with us during the past hour. And with the grace of God, we'll be back next week. Same time, same station. I'm Gerry Cornejo. Take care. I love you. God bless you.